Well, they said we had to go across the pond to show our skills and our talents for the month of September. Shout out to the beautiful Pittsburgh Steelers, taking care of business. 24-21 versus that Minnesota Vikings squad. Love to see it. And in all three phases, everything showed up the way that we needed it to show up today. You talk about offensively, out the gate, looking good. Aaron Rodgers, protection, but more importantly, hitting DK Metcalf, getting that man involved from the beginning of this thing. I thought that was one of the things that we were a lot more intentional about in terms of getting our playmaker the ball, right? And I thought he did a good job, man. Obviously, his most explosive day as a Steeler, and something that we should feel very confident in, especially with us signing him to that nice 5-year extension as well, man. But that's what DK is fully capable of when he, gets the ball thrown to him, right? And that man can fight. Don't run up on that man like that. That is not the one that you want to run up on. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? So it's definitely good to see that. Shout out to Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, obviously we know that Jaylen Warren, right? A late scratch right before the game, and I'm sure a lot of y'all were kind of like me. Ooh, what's this running attack going to look like today? But Kenneth Gainwell did an excellent job, not just filling in, but really producing and being one of our, main players that we needed this game, even though it was like super early in the morning, right? But shoot, you see him multiple touchdowns on the ground. Like I said, man, just a bunch of critical, running, nice, explosive things that he did out there for the offense. And that was a big reason why offensively we were able to move the ball as well as they did. Now, protection, like I said, when you look at Aaron Rodgers, did he get hit? Sure. But as a whole, my man had plenty of time to do what he needs to do. And that's what you want to see. And that's the growth and development from this unit and why we should be feeling more confident in them. And what about that defense? Another week where the defense came alive. Another week where that defense not only, made plays. We got splish splash, baby. Even when they wanted to call back my man Jalen Ramsey. Fumble recovery with the elite hammy celebration, gritty. Oh, they called it back, but it didn't matter. It did not matter. Why? Because they still found ways to produce, man. You talk about Nick Herbig once again. Big time performance from him. Talk about Cam Hayward, right? Continues to force turnovers, continues to have impact plays. What's up with TJ Watt? Good to see him. But more importantly, man, when we're just talking about guys that it felt good to have back out there, guys that we really felt, their presence, Deshaun Elliott, that physical tackling, that leadership, that just being the guy that's been in the system, Him being back out there was definitely a huge boost for us, and that was a big reason why defensively we were able to slow down that Vikings attack. I know the way that people, view Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and company, it was like, man, these dudes are, it's going to be a nightmare. But the defense, the pass rush, more importantly, stood up. And this is also one of those ones where you just look at the different approaches stylistically, right? We talk about with Brian Flores, a lot more exotic, a lot more aggressive. We talked about Coach Tomlin, Terrell Austin, a little bit more, where they're going to be, but can you stop it? And today, looks like the black and gold won. Looks like that style worked. And then evenly from an offensive standpoint, I know some people, including myself, man, are big fans of what Kevin O'Connell is doing up in Minnesota, but to me, I thought Arthur Smith caught a heck of a game today. And when you look at how him and Aaron Rodgers were in concert, especially with Aaron Rodgers breaking out some of his, it's not even a true RPO, but him just aborting run plays and, just getting up and throwing those passes. That's what you want to see, but that comes from the trust between both of those dudes. So really good performance right there. I know we had a blocked field goal, but when we needed to hit one late, we hit it. So here we are. But 3-1 heading into the bye. Guys looking good. Guys getting back healthy. Y'all let me know in the comment section what stood out to y'all, man. Who was your players? And how'd y'all feel about this coaching performance? Because like I said, I know people were pretty upset about not going for it on 4th and 1, but when you look at how it all worked out, y'all let me know. But either way, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, baby. Peace.